Newly arrived and feeling dazed, it's the second time they've escaped and left their home in 2 years.
We ran from a shelter to our house and then back again. We ran several times when we could. We hid in the house, under the table, as close as possible to our baby. We lost our passports.
They're too afraid to give their names in case they're identified because they live near the Russian border. Apart from one bag of clothing, they have nothing else.
Every day this territory is under shelling, and the number of people who were affected by the war increase with every next day, unfortunately, and also Sumy city is under shelling too, and people wounded, injured, and unfortunately dying.
Ludmila is an administrator for a group of 5 villages. She also fled her home to avoid artillery fire and helps at the evacuation center.
People left on their own to save their lives. They left to find somewhere safe to live. First, large families with children, and of course we asked these families to leave the area because it was extremely dangerous.
Only a few towns and villages near the border are still populated, deserted as they can be shelled during most days. There is an exclusion zone regulated by military checkpoints on most roads. Hundreds of people have left these kind of villages along the northern border of Ukraine and Russia. Most people have left, but yet many remain, despite the danger of occasional shelling and the Russians not being too far away. But they say they can't leave because they don't want to leave their homes. Most residents stay indoors to avoid being seen by Russian drones, but others carry on. Yes, they are bombing us every day, he says. Being so near to the border, the Russians give us a hard time. For more than a month, local charities and the Red Cross have evacuated thousands of people from hundreds of kilometers of northern Ukraine. Each person, each family has to be helped with accommodation, clothing and food. Dafydd, CGTN, Sumy, northern Ukraine.